From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Tuesday morning. We are continuing to track this area of snow in the Blue Mountains. Also some very light snow showers dissipating right now in the Cascades. It looks like this area is mainly going to dissipate later this morning. Could have some more snow showers up in the Cascades a bit later this morning as well. Winds are blustery in the Kittitas Valley, in the Cascades, in the Blue Mountains, in the Blue Foothills, and in the Basin. So it's really the Yakima Valley that's being spared from the winds for right now, but the rest of us are dealing with that. We have seen some reductions in visibility down towards Cabbage Hill, also up towards Snoqualmie Pass, but again, lower elevations doing without the fog. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s in the valleys, 30s for the Basin and the foothills, and 20s and teens up in the mountains, so it could be a little frosty this morning in the mountains and also in the valleys. Today's going to be a phenomenal day, lots of sunshine, very seasonal high temperatures, but we are tracking another storm system that's going to roll in from 11 p.m. on Wednesday to 5 in the morning on Saturday. More snow up in the Cascades, could have 10+ inches for all of our major passes. A lot more to say about this storm system coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
And straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, an hours-long standoff comes to an end in Pasco. SWAT team was called after a man was trying to break into an apartment. We have the details from the scene.
And a local firefighter is being honored in a big way, and this after receiving the Firefighter of the Year award. We have the details coming up in just a few minutes.
Also ahead, after serving as a beacon of democracy for almost 150 years, the French are asking for her back. We're talking about Lady Liberty. Coming up, what the White House has to say in response to that. It's all on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jade Elliott. Thanks so much for waking up with us on this Tuesday. We have some information to get to this morning. A man has been arrested after facing off with the Tri-City Regional SWAT team. That standoff lasting several hours yesterday evening.
That's right, and it started around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's according to Pasco PD. Authorities were called in to the Catholic Charities building just off 20th Street for a report of a man trying to break into an apartment. They say when they got to the building, the man refused to come out of the apartment, saying he busted a hole in the wall between the two apartments and broke at least 2 of the windows. That's when Tri-City SWAT was called in, and while people were still inside the building, but they were taken to safety.
Go door to door, and we asked people to vacate the floor that he was on. So that they were safe, and Bishop Skillstad, the building here, did a great job of ordering pizzas for everyone while they sat in the lobby and had some dinner and waited for this to come to a peaceful resolution.
Now, it took almost 4 hours for the man to surrender. Authorities say he hurt himself with some sort of sharp object, so he was taken to the hospital, but he will then be taken to the Franklin County Jail once he's released from the hospital, and he'll be facing several charges. We're told no one else was hurt, and the cost of the damage to the building is unknown at this time.
6:04 and other news out of Pasco this morning. The Port of Pasco facing accusations of violating the Washington Voting Rights Act of 2018. Now, the Washington Voting Rights Act protects voting rights and prevents discrimination. The UCLA Voting Rights Project is proposing a district-based system to ensure Latino voters have a fair chance at representation. The UCLA Voting Rights Project has sent a formal notice to the Port of Pasco claiming the district is violating the Washington Voting Rights Act of 2018. Attorneys representing the plaintiffs say the law was created to prevent racial discrimination.
Nobody's accusing them of racism. We're accusing them of a violation of the Washington Voting Rights Act, which they can easily remedy by just switching to completely district-based elections.
Port officials have a regularly scheduled meeting later this week where the UCLA Voting Rights Project letter is expected to be a topic of discussion. Morphin says the port has 90 days to respond or face possible legal action. It's a story, of course, we'll continue to follow and keep you updated on. 6:05 now, and a Wapato man has been found guilty of abusive sexual contact and aggravated sexual abuse of minors. Officials say 43-year-old Jose Antonio Saldana sexually abused 3 children under the age of 13. All of this happening in Wapato from August 1999 to January 2014. Court documents stated that the victims recounted the abuse during trial and said that Saldana touched them inappropriately and attempted to sexually abuse them. Saldana is expected to be sentenced on June 16th. And the spotlight is on one firefighter at the Pendleton Fire Department, and it's someone who's a native to the area.
And after seeing multiple other firefighters receive the Pendleton Firefighter of the Year award, this man was not expecting to hear his name be called. Our Monique Ledesma has the story.
I was pretty shocked that I won it, so I was very excited.
After graduating high school in 2018, Emmett May, Pendleton Firefighter of the Year, joined the Pendleton Fire Department internship and worked his way into his firefighting and paramedic career.
Definitely the outreach to the community, getting to help new people every day. Every call is a little bit different, so getting to see and help different people every day is makes it worth it.
May says his assistant chief has inspired him to move up through the ladder.
I'd say one of my big mentors has been Jared Usselman. He was a firefighter when I started. He was my mentor and then worked his way up to lieutenant, captain, and then now he's assistant chief.
May says aside from sharpening his skills every day, his fire crew helps him push through the tough blazes.
Probably the people here, they motivate me to come in every day. We've got a good dynamic going. Everyone's pretty positive, so it's fun to come in every day and hang out with the guys, run calls, and help our community out.
May says receiving this award helps fuel his motivation to accomplish his next goals in his career and his own personal journey up the ladder. Reporting in Pendleton, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Monique. And May says right now he doesn't plan to leave the Pendleton Fire Department and hopes to retire from serving in his hometown. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, after serving as a beacon of democracy for almost 150 years, the French are asking for her back. We're talking about Lady Liberty right up there on your screen right now, and coming up we'll have what the White House is saying in response to this.
But first, I want to give you that live look outside this morning. This one from our Legends Casino and Hotel Skycam in Richland, right there at Columbia Point, overlooking the mighty Columbia. When we come back, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your first alert forecast.
Discover Walla Walla Wine, where exceptional terroir meets unforgettable experiences. Delight in renowned varietals amidst breathtaking vineyards. Join us in crafting memorable moments. Connect with us at wallawallawine.com.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some. Gimme Some Bagels.
Time isn't just minutes or hours. It's the moments spent where and with the people who make home feel like home. That's why our newly expanded service department is here and open 7 days a week to get you in, out, and on your way. Any make, any model, same day. Get express service, same day at McCurley Chevrolet.
Hi, I'm Stacy Lee, and I'm inviting you on a holidays vacation tour. Join me as we experience New England's fall foliage, October 2nd to the 10th. Our journey begins with a tour of historic Boston. We then travel to New Hampshire's White Mountains to admire the spectacular colors, before ending our vacation in New York City with an included Broadway musical. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword Apple Valley, to request a brochure, watch a travel show, and book this tour.
I'm a real wild one.
Once in a while, we all want to go wild. We just need a little help. Meet a little help. The 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Wild Edition goes over any terrain, so you can go all out. Get a wild deal on a Bronco Sport today. Lease a 24 Bronco Sport 4x4 Wild Edition for just $299 a month for 36 months, only at your local Ford dealer.
Discover Walla Walla Wine, where exceptional terroir meets unforgettable experiences. Delight in renowned varietals amidst breathtaking vineyards. Join us in crafting memorable moments. Connect with us at wallawallawine.com.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by As You Wish Real Estate Services, Christine Connolly, Realtor.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We do have a winter weather advisory that's in place until later this morning for the Blue Mountains. You can read more about this by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app for free on the App Store or on Google Play. I wanted to touch on past conditions up this way for this morning. I-84 at Cabbage Hill, packed snow. You do need chains if you're towing between mileposts 230 and 258. So some rough conditions there on the Interstate 84. And then we'll take you down to Oregon 204 at Tollgate, packed snow. Also, you need chains if you're towing between milepost 10 and milepost 39. Let's take it down to lower elevations now, as it is going to be a mostly dry day. We can't rule out like a sprinkle in the Blue Foothills for this morning, but the rest of the day should be dry. Lots of sunshine, a superb and seasonal day for lower elevations. So for today, other than the seasonal highs and the sunshine, we'll have breezes gusting out of the north and west, a little bit stronger in the Blue Foothills of Morrow County. They could gust upwards of 35, 40 miles per hour. And then for tonight, still dealing with some breezes. They're going to be shifting out of the south, though. Overnight lows falling down into the 20s and 30s. All of us going to have to take those steps to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, and the plumbing. Mostly dry, mostly clear, but then we're tracking another wave of mountain snow for late Wednesday into the next several days after that. I'll tell you how much snowfall we're expecting from that round, and that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you so much, Josh. 12 minutes after 6 now, and in your national headlines this morning, she has welcomed people to the U.S. and served as a beacon of democracy for nearly 150 years. Now, one French lawmaker is saying, give her back. European Parliament member Raphael Glucksmann is referring to her right there, the Statue of Liberty. Now, he was speaking to members of his party at a convention when he said, we gave it to you as a gift, but apparently you despise it, making a statement while alluding to mass government layoffs in the U.S. Now, the statue was a gift from France to the U.S. after the Civil War. The UNESCO World Heritage Convention says the U.S. federal government is the symbol's rightful owner. And there, of course, were some questions about the dust-up at Monday's White House press briefing. Well, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said absolutely not to the possibility of returning the statue. New information coming in this morning. Prosecutors and attorneys for Luigi Mangione jointly requested a 30-day extension, quote, given the nature of the prosecution and the complexity of the case. Well, a federal judge has extended that deadline from March 19th to April 18th. This order says that it's to allow the parties adequate time to prepare for pre-trial proceedings and the eventual trial. Mangione is being held in federal custody on charges of allegedly gunning down United Healthcare's CEO Brian Thompson outside of a Midtown Manhattan hotel last December. The 26-year-old is eligible for the death penalty if convicted of murder. 6:13 and taking you around the world this morning, where at least 326 people have been killed and over 440 have been injured after Israel carried out what it calls extensive strikes across Gaza today. Just overnight, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu ordering the airstrikes, he says, to target members of Hamas because of their refusal to release hostages. Hamas, in turn, saying Israel's actions jeopardize the negotiation, overturns the ceasefire agreement, and puts, quote, the prisoners in Gaza at an unknown fate. Now, Israel also saying they kept the White House informed of their plans and that they will continue as long as necessary, and also that it could expand beyond just airstrikes. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up after the break, we're going to check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. He'll have your full First Alert forecast as we give you that live look outside this morning from our Legends Casino and Hotel Skycam in Richland at Columbia Point.
As much as we may not like it, life is not a spectator sport. We're forced to handle situations, make decisions, and take risks, no matter how small. That's why it's always disruptive when someone else's carelessness leaves us on the sidelines.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team. At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems. And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points. The Tempur-Adapt features innovative technology, so you get deep, undisturbed rest all night long. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
At Fred's, discover the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region. Introducing the new Electrolux 700 Series Alpine Green Washer and Dryer, an industry-exclusive 2 ways to sanitize. Remove bacteria and sanitize your way with the Cold Sanitize option, paired with Lysol Laundry Sanitizer, or use the NSF-certified Hot Sanitize setting, the most efficient washer on the market. We sell appliances, only appliances.
It's the Blue Compass RV Spring Blowout Sale. Pick your RV, pick your payment. Travel trailers from $97 a month. Fifth wheels from $273 a month. Motorhomes from $499 a month. Only at Blue Compass RV.
American Idol is new. Sundays on ABC.
Watch Sunday on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
As much as we may not like it, life is not a spectator sport. We're forced to handle situations, make decisions, and take risks, no matter how small. That's why it's always disruptive when someone else's carelessness leaves us on the sidelines.
Austin Reed is a television news leader with a passion for unique stories that have affected positive change for more than 20 years.
Get the best local news coverage every day, right here.
Wendy Redmond, Austin Reed, Stacey Lee, Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
I like a long movie.
Oh, you love a 4-hour feature film. You sleep through the first 3.5 hours.
Next live, Julia Louis-Dreyfus from the movie Tuesday.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
The heavy hitter is one for you. Call 853-2222.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We continue to track this area of snowfall in the Blues. It's looking like it's dying off right now in the Cascades. But as we put this into motion with Futurecast, we're thinking later this morning this area in the Blues should die off, but we'll see some additional snow showers up in the Cascades. But in general, a mostly dry day for our region. That's going to continue for tonight. And we're going to start off tomorrow being pretty dry, but watch what happens as we get a little bit closer to midday. That's when snow showers going to start to pick up again in the Cascades, becoming more widespread into the early afternoon, but especially during the evening and overnight hours. I think Futurecast being a little bit early with this round. I think maybe it's going to be a little bit closer to 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, but that's when we're going to start to really see past conditions slide downhill in the Cascades, and the Blues will pick up their fair share of snowfall as well. So here are some of the totals we're expecting through 5 in the morning on Thursday. This only captures the beginning slice of that next storm system, but up until 5 in the morning on Thursday, maybe a couple inches of snow for a Cascade passes, 2 inches for I-84, 3 inches for Oregon 204. But keep in mind, we have the entire rest of the day on Thursday to go, and Friday. That's going to be storm system number 1, then storm system number 2 for Saturday and Sunday. So for Thursday and Friday, maybe upwards of a foot of snow for Snoqualmie Pass, if not more for White Pass and for Stevens Pass off of US Highway 2. 2 to 6 inches for Blue Mountain passes. Then for Saturday and Sunday, this one is not looking that impressive at all. Pass conditions should improve by the time we get to midday on Saturday. All right, high temperatures staying mostly seasonal through Sunday. Then look at this, by Monday, up around 70 degrees in the Tri-Cities. That is, I wouldn't call it a big change of pace because it's not a dramatic warm up, but I can't remember the last time we were flirting with 70, so I will certainly take it. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Small rain chances Wednesday and Thursday. Winds picking up Thursday as rain becomes likely Friday, then drier and warmer into next week. In Yakima, winds and rain chances rising on Friday, mostly dry this weekend, then turning milder by next Monday. In Ellensburg, mostly dry for Wednesday and Thursday. Rain likely Friday, then mostly dry this weekend, despite a decent shower chance on Sunday. In Hermiston, the small potential for rain tomorrow and the next day, windy Thursday and Friday with rain likely Friday, then drier and warmer into next week. Then for Walla Walla, little chances of showers Tuesday and Wednesday, rain and storms likely Thursday, more rain likely Friday, then trending drier and warmer for next week. Now you're taking a live look at Richland, this view coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest, where we're always on your side.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet, repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is $0. All I have to do is pick up the phone and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
For over 49 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion. We're more than just a flower shop and specialize in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. Our experienced designers are here to help you with all your floral needs, ensuring that every bouquet is as special as the moment it celebrates. Visit us today at our brand new location on Clearwater in Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
Whether you're injured on the road or on the job, the big dogs at Brumback and Autumn will get you the full compensation. Leave nothing on the table. Brumback and Autumn, Bulldog Tough.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pie gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Kraken, Blackhawks, pregame at 5 tonight on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back, 6:23 here on Good Morning Northwest. And entertainment news this morning, we continue to learn more about Gene Hackman's wife during her final days.
That's right, and authorities in New Mexico are releasing an updated timeline of Betsy Arkawa. So in February, she and Hackman were found dead at their home in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Investigators had previously said both died at least a week apart and from different causes.
Initially, Arkawa's last known communication was on February 11th, and on that day she was seen on surveillance video in stores before returning home. Now the Santa Fe Sheriff's Office say Hackman's wife used her cell phone on February 12th. Authorities said a total of 3 calls were made that morning to a medical center.
So there was one missed incoming call from that same medical center that afternoon. State medical investigators say that she died of a rare disease that can infect humans through contact with infected rodents. It's hantavirus. Authorities say that Gene Hackman likely died days after his wife on February 18th.
And the 95-year-old actor died of heart disease. Advanced Alzheimer's was also a major contributing factor in his death.
A lot to unfold there, and information still coming in. Well, in lighter entertainment news, the iHeartRadio Music Awards were held just last night in Hollywood, and the night was full of honorary awards and exciting performances.
That's right, and highlights of the evening included speeches by Lady Gaga, who was honored with the Innovator Award, and Mariah Carey, the Icon Award winner, who took a moment to pay tribute to her late mother, Patricia Carey, who died back in August, and Mariah thanked her mom for giving her the gift of music.
Taylor Swift and Morgan Wallen led with 10 nominations each, followed by They Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar, Post Malone, and Sabrina Carpenter with 9 apiece. Carpenter and Swift did not attend, but both sent video acceptances. Also, Swift was honored with the Tour of the Century Award for her record-breaking Eras Tour.
Yeah, the night also paid tribute to several of the LA firefighters who fought those devastating wildfires back in January. It was all hosted by LL Cool J and featured performances by Bad Bunny, Billie Eilish, Gracie Abrams, and Nelly, who performed all his best songs after accepting the Landmark Award. I need to watch that.
It sounds exciting. Also, Glorilla also she performed and won the award for the Hip Hop Artist of the Year. Is she the one that says bow, bow, bow? No?
I am not sure.
I was hoping that was going to be Gorillaz, like off Clint Eastwood.
Gorillaz, yeah. Nope, different.
Yeah.
It was definitely different. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. When we come back, the city of Mabton, they've had a pretty messy web of finances, and their financial consultant has been trying to untangle it now for months. We're learning there has been some progress made.
And we're also learning there's still a lot to get through, and the details are coming up in your next half hour.
Rise, 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 and thrive. No pizza. Just one kiss.
With Reynolds Wrap, cooking becomes so easy, you can feel like the chef of your kitchen. Easy prep, easy cook, easy clean. Reynolds Wrap.
In 1997, my father-in-law, John Ramsey, started this business. We took it from 2.5 acres. Now we're 22 acres.
What separates us is you're not just a number when you walk in the door.
Professional, on time. They answer all my questions.
If you're looking for a high-quality trailer at the right price, this is the place.
It feels like a home away from home.
I can guarantee you when you buy an RV from us, you are part of the Broadmoor family.
At Broadmoor RV,
we make camping fun!
To me, Harlem is home. But home is also your body.
Last one, everyone.
I asked myself, why doesn't Pilates exist in Harlem? So I started my own studio. Getting a brick and mortar in New York is not easy. Chase Inc. has supported us from Studio 1 to Studio 3. When you start small, you need some big help, and Chase Inc. was that for me.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Kittitas Valley Healthcare is your trusted home for health, offering expert orthopedic care for your family. With over 55 years of combined experience, our team uses state-of-the-art equipment to improve surgical outcomes and provide compassionate, patient-centered care. We're committed to making your experience comfortable and efficient, so you can stay active and healthy. Learn more and schedule a consultation through our website at kvhealthcare.org. Your home for health.
It's not easy being Mariano Morales' horse. He needs to ride the clients all the time. He does take care of them. He gets the insurance company to pay for medical bills, car repairs, even money for pain and suffering. Looks like it's going to be another busy day. Better get warmed up. After all, I am his best friend.
Hurt in a car wreck? Give me a call.
Big or small, we work them all.
I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers get 2.9% APR for 72 months on this Silverado. See your community Chevy dealers.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us and joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, so you've been on a roll with your 3-degree guarantee, but it might not be so great for the next few weeks because
You're taking a little trip.
Yeah.
I am. I'm taking a little time off, going back home to see some family, touch base, let them know I'm still here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm handing over the keys to Stacy and Tiffany, and other people are going to be.
They're good. They're great.
They're
very competent, but
not cash with cold
breath.
breath.
It's not cash with cold breath, you know.
Well, I'm flattered as always. Thank you.
But you will be back, just again.
Yeah, and listen. If it gets knocked down, as Chumbawamba said, we can get back up.
And it won't be your fault.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our 3-degree guarantee, sponsored by friends at the Legends Casino and Hotel. I went with a forecast high of 56 yesterday in Pasco Tri-Cities, and it verified at 57, so the jackpot did go up to $325. So for today, going with a forecast high of 56 in Pasco Tri-Cities, if it verifies between 53 to 59, it's going to go up to $350. If that doesn't happen, all $325 could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalleynewsnow.com, clicking on the contest page, or you can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Now what's on your screen is First Alert Radar. We continue to track these snow showers in the blues. It's really not snow showers. It's more like a band of snow that's been situated right over the Blue Mountain ridgeline, and then just some very light snow showers in the Cascades. Winds have been a factor this morning in the Kittitas Valley and in the Blue Foothills and the Blue Mountains, the lower Columbia Basin. Really the only region getting spared by the winds right now, or spared from the winds, that would be in the upper and lower Yakima valleys. Visibility still a little tough down towards Cabbage Hill. Looks like it's improving up towards Snoqualmie Pass, and still we're doing without fog for lower elevations. Temperatures down around freezing right now in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, but above freezing in the Basin, in the foothills, but below freezing, of course, in the Cascades and in the Blues. So in terms of frost for lower elevations, you might be contending with that in the valleys. Here's your CodeCast for today for the Tri-Cities. Heavy jacket stuff for this morning. Light jacket weather a little bit later today. We'll have plenty of sunshine, a very seasonal day, and I'll take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's phenomenal forecast. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now we start this half hour off with continuing coverage on the city of Mapton. They finally have their finance reports updated through 2022, but they still have 2 more years to get through. And the city hired financial consultant Jameson Horner to fix its accounting errors. Horner saying the city has money in the bank to pay its bills, but there's no saying which fund that money came from at this time. Horner also finding thousands of dollars in discrepancies between what actually went in and out of the bank and what's reported in the city's accounting system.
It is literally a month by month going through every single bank deposit and transaction that was received. So it's very time consuming.
Horner also says that she could have everything caught up in time to file the annual report for 2024 with the state auditor's office in May, and you can visit our website to see more on this story.
6:33 now, and the game between the Seattle Thunderbirds and the Tri-City Americans has been rescheduled. It will be on Sunday. Puck will drop at 4:05. Now, this game, as you may remember, was suspended last Tuesday because of a fight in between 2 players. One with the Tri-City Americans, defenseman Terrell Goldsmith. He was taken to the hospital. Goldsmith and Seattle Thunderbirds defenseman Ashton Cumby both ineligible to dress for the game as they both received game misconducts. Now, because of that, both teams will play the remainder of the game with 17 skaters each. Fans in attendance last Tuesday can use their same tickets to get back into the Toyota Center on Sunday. The game will also be the last opportunity to use any Never Waste a Ticket coupons for season ticket holders. And the Parker Youth and Sports Foundation has handed out over $8,000 in grants to youth athletic programs across the Yakima Valley. These grants will be distributed to 7 different local youth sports programs in the valley, and the grant money, of course, coming just in time for spring and summer athletic seasons.
We're here to make sure that they can get going and have their whole team ready by, April 1st.
Now, the Legend Dinner and the High Hopes Golf Tournament, those are the foundation's biggest fundraisers, and those are both coming up in August. Still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. March Madness begins this week, and we're going to break down the odds of picking that perfect bracket. That's coming up in just a few minutes. It's 6:34. We're back after the break.
Kraken, Blackhawks, pregame at 5 tonight on Apple Valley News Now.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus on us and stay a step ahead with Galaxy AI.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers?
Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with Galaxy AI on us. US Cellular, built for us.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
And now a joke from Yolk's Fresh Market. What's a basketball player's favorite cheese? Swiss.
Get 2.9% APR on a 2025 Cadillac Lyriq. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
If you value your freedom, thank a veteran. The dentists and staff at Lifetime Dental Care will be donating their time and services to provide free basic dental care to Tri-City area veterans. Saturday, March 22nd from 8 a.m. to noon. Lifetime Dental Care on Queensgate Drive in Richland.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Wendy Redman is a leader in broadcast news. She breaks big stories, produces special reports that make a difference, and brings the news home each evening.
It's sometimes dramatic, but always informative.
Wendy Redman, Austin Reed, Stacey Lee, Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
I like a long movie.
Oh, you love a 4-hour feature film. You sleep through the first 3.5 hours.
Next live, Julia Louis-Dreyfus from the movie Tuesday. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Here is your ski report brought to you by Schweitzer Village. Look at the base depth here, 88 inches, closing in on 90. This was closer to 65, 70 just a few days back. There have been 8 inches of new snow over the past 36 hours. Now I'll take you down to Ski Bluewood outside of Dayton. 10 inches of new snow over the past 36 hours, and the base depth is now around 83 inches. Now I'll take you down to White Pass, where this base depth not as impressive. It's 60 inches, but 5 inches of new snow over the past 24 hours, and thankfully we have more snow on the way, so this number is destined to raise up. Now let's talk about our zone by zone, or let's go on our zone by zone tour of today's forecast. We start off in Kittitas County. These highs going to get into the 30s, 40s, and 50s, just kind of depending on the microclimate. Winds gusting out of the north and west, upwards of around 30 miles per hour. Then in the Yakima Valley, lots of sunshine for today. Highs in the mid-50s, light winds. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, also mid-50s, plenty of sunshine, but these winds gusting out of the west up to 25 miles per hour. And then in the Blue Foothills, these winds gusting out of the north and west upwards of 35 miles per hour. So some of those stronger gusts being around Lexington. And again, tracking some snow for this morning in the Blues. That should dissipate a little bit later this morning. But we're tracking another round of snowfall for late Wednesday through the next several days. I'll tell you how much snow we're expecting from that round. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. 6:39. Talking sports this morning. March Madness kicking off this week. The first rounds of the men's and women's tournaments get underway. And in today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan breaks down the odds of picking that perfect bracket.
It's something that's never been done, according to the NCAA, picking a perfect bracket. Think you can bust that statistic this year? The odds of picking all 64 games correctly is 1 in, yeah, that's a lot of numbers. 9.2 quintillion. But if you know a little bit about basketball, your odds are better. 1 in 120.2 billion, according to the NCAA. Despite those despicable odds, the NCAA says 60 to 100 million brackets are filled out every year. And typically they're free, so anyone can do it, making it even more fun to participate.
It's the underdogs who will win the games. It's the unknown. It's the pace of the games. It's a action-packed 3 weeks.
Lori Kalani with sports betting website DraftKings says they see a surge in business during March Madness.
It's an extremely busy time of year.
The American Gaming Association estimates Americans will legally wager $3.1 billion on the men's and women's college basketball tournaments this year. That's up from $2.7 billion last year. Sports betting is now legal in 39 states, and it's become a multi-billion-dollar industry and continues to grow.
Certainly the smartphones have made everything more accessible, but with technology have come great opportunities to really play responsibly.
Kalani says DraftKings has tools to help players set limits and budgets on their bets. March is also National Problem Gambling Awareness Month, a reminder to gamble responsibly. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
All right, good luck with all your brackets. Coming up next, we have your morning sprint and everything you need to know as you head out the door this morning. It was to give you that live look outside as the sun gets ready to come up. We're taking a look from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will be back with your full First Alert forecast after the break. It's 6:41.
Should we take a look at? What do you think?
So here, from design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $500 off your tub or shower remodel.
Spring is in the air and creativity is blooming everywhere at Custer's 26th Annual Spring Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Join us as over 150 artisans from across the Northwest display and sell their fine art, handcraft, and specialty foods. The variety and quality of work make this a must-see event. Single-day admission, only $8. Tickets on sale now at CusterShows.com. Custer's Spring Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Hapo Center in Pasco.
Yakima Federal Savings and Loan was founded in 1905 and has kept your money safe and sound for 120 years. Your deposits at YakFed help people buy homes and build strong communities. We believe in giving back, proudly supporting local events and organizations that make a difference where we all live and work. With 10 local branch locations, we're committed to our communities and keeping your money secure. Experience the difference. Call, click, or come by and make the switch today.
March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month, and Prosser Digestive Health Center offers the full spectrum of digestive health care. Services provided by board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Jack Brandenburg include colon cancer screenings, treatment for swallowing problems, inflammatory bowel disease, liver disorders, and more. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
As a mom, a food blogger, a wife, and a business owner, time is everything. So whenever something comes along and frees up some of my time, it's a game changer. Electrolux has made my life that much better. With a little more time for this, and this, and this, and this. And the Fred's family made it so easy, from selecting the perfect model to their swift installation. Fred's is a game changer.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is your destination for endless excitement, fun, and thrilling wins. Gear up to win a brand new Toyota Tacoma this March. Join us every Friday and Saturday to spin the wheel for your share of $10,000 cash and prizes. It's a 4x4 Fortune grand prize drawing on March 29th with 4 spins, 4 winners, and 1 new Tacoma. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Celebrate 3 decades of fun.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're continuing to monitor this area of snowfall in the Blue Mountains. It's just some light snow showers up in the Cascades. We'll put this in motion for the rest of this morning. Looks like later this morning, I'd say around 8, 9, 10 o'clock, that's likely when this area of snow is going to dissipate in the Blues. But we could have some additional snow showers up in the Cascades for the rest of the day. I'm thinking it's going to end up being a mostly dry day. And we'll have dry conditions for tonight, also dry conditions to start off Wednesday, but watch what happens around midday, or at the very least by the late morning. That's when snow showers will start to pick up once again in the Cascades, and then becoming a little bit more widespread into the early afternoon. But I want you to pay real close attention to what happens into the evening and overnight hours. This round in particular looking like it could provide some intense impacts to our mountain passes in the Cascades. Now, Futurecast, I think, being a little bit early with the arrival of this, but especially after 10, 11 o'clock, that's when those pass conditions really going to go down for US 12, US 2, and Interstate 90. Also, the Blue Mountains going to pick up a little bit of snow. Here are some of the totals we're thinking through 5 in the morning on Thursday. So this captures the first little segment of that next storm system. Upwards of 2 inches for our Cascade passes during that time frame, 2 to 3 inches for I-84 and Oregon 204, less than an inch for US 395. But again, that just captures that first little slice of storm system number 1 for Thursday and Friday. Then we have storm system number 2 for Saturday and Sunday. Thursday and Friday could get maybe upwards of a foot of snow for Snoqualmie Pass, for White Pass, for Stevens Pass. So very tough pass travel in the Cascades for Thursday and Friday, 2 to 6 inches of snow for our Blue Mountain passes in this Saturday, Sunday storm system, not looking that impressive at all. High temperatures mostly seasonal through Saturday to Sunday-ish. And then look at this, around 70 degrees in the Tri-Cities by the beginning of next week. Is it false spring? Is it real spring? You'll have to just stay tuned to find out. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Small rain chances Wednesday and Thursday. Winds picking up Thursday as rain becomes likely Friday, then drier and warmer into next week. In Yakima, winds and rain chances rising on Friday, mostly dry this weekend and turning milder by next Monday. In Ellensburg, mostly dry for Wednesday and Thursday. Rain likely Friday, then mostly dry this weekend despite a decent shower chance on Sunday. In Hermiston, small potentials for rain tomorrow and the next day. Windy Thursday and Friday with rain likely Friday, then drier and warmer into next week. Then for Walla Walla, little chances of showers Tuesday and Wednesday. Rain and storms likely Thursday. More rain likely Friday, then trending drier and warmer for next week. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new developments in the spring break mystery. The family of college student Sadiksha Kananki, who vanished while on spring break in the Dominican Republic, acknowledging she has died. Several sources close to the investigation tell ABC News in a new formal written request to the Dominican National Police, the family asking for a legal declaration of death. Kananki's parents also stating they trust the authorities' investigation. The letter saying the Kanankis believe the last person who saw their daughter has cooperated with the investigation and that there is no evidence of foul play. Authorities believe Joshua Reeby was with Kananki before she vanished. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the very latest from the Dominican Republic. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, Punta Cana.
Dupixent helps people with asthma breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. So this is better. That too. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It works with your asthma medicine to help improve lung function. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems and doesn't replace a rescue inhaler. It's proven to help prevent asthma attacks. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of signs of inflamed blood vessels, like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop steroid, asthma, or other treatments without talking to your doctor. When you can get more out of your lungs, you can do more with less asthma. And isn't that better? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma, and now approved as an add-on treatment for adults with COPD that is not well controlled and with a specific marker of inflammation.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 6:50. It's time for your morning sprint. We're going to start off with your national headlines. The Trump administration is defending its decision in deporting alleged Venezuelan criminals to El Salvador Saturday. That same day, a judge had ordered the flights to be turned around, but they were not, and the White House is defending the decision and saying there could be a legal distinction between the judge's verbal order and his written order. The judge is saying it was indeed an order, and the judge is also ordering the DOJ to provide a sworn declaration by noon today, providing details about the flights. And also today, President Trump plans to release all 80,000 pages of the unredacted files associated with JFK's assassination. Last month, the FBI saying it found new records after an executive order from Trump. We'll keep you updated once those are released.
6:51 in your business headlines this morning. A group of some of the richest nations released a report that documents and forecasts the impact of President Trump's tariff policies. The group saying economic growth will slow in the U.S. first and then around the world, with U.S. inflation set to pick up this year. Now, some experts are saying it's not too late to avoid inflation. April 2nd is when President Trump will unveil new tariffs that he says will offer negotiating leverage, protection for some domestic industries, and a response to trade deficits. And Pepsi is jumping on the healthier soda trend by buying popular prebiotic soda brand Poppi. They bought it for $1.6 billion. Poppi has grown in popularity since its appearance on the show Shark Tank back in 2018. Now, just in January, Pepsi bought Siete Foods and the remaining half of the Sabra hummus brands in its attempt to increase their healthy lineup.
In your health headlines, the American Red Cross is asking the community for help with donating blood. This comes after 30,000 units of blood went uncollected in the eastern part of the country due to the deadly storms that took place over the weekend. According to the Red Cross Northwest region, they're on pace to fall short of last year's collection totals, which makes it hard to get blood to hospitals that are really in need. If you would like to help donate, visit our website to find a facility near you.
In your sports headlines this morning, Seattle Kraken in the Windy City to face off the Blackhawks. Pregame starts at 5, puck drop at 5:30, and it's all right here on Apple Valley News Now. So because of the game, our only early evening newscast will be at a special time tonight at 4:30. All right, 6:53, and the top 5 local things you need to know this morning as you head out the door. A man's been arrested after an hours-long standoff with the Tri-City Regional SWAT team. It all happened yesterday in Pasco. Police say they responded to the report of a man trying to break into an apartment at the Catholic Charities building. They say that man broke some windows, busted a hole in the wall between 2 apartments. This standoff took about 4 hours until the man surrendered. Now, that man was taken to the hospital because he had hurt himself with a sharp object. Once released from the hospital, he will be taken to jail where he faces multiple charges, and the cost of the damage done still under evaluation this morning.
And the City of Mapton's finance reports are now updated through 2022, but they still have 2 more years to get through. Financial consultant Jameson Horner was hired to fix its accounting errors, and she says there are thousands of dollars in discrepancies, so it's very time-consuming, but that she should have everything caught up just in time for the annual report with the state auditor's office in May.
Well, we just heard that the game has been scheduled between the Seattle Thunderbirds and Tri-City Americans after being canceled the other night. So the new game time will be Sunday at 4:05. That game suspended on Tuesday because of a fight between AMS defenseman Terrell Goldsmith and the Thunderbirds' Ashton Cumby. Both ineligible to dress for the game because they both received game misconducts. The remainder of the game will be played with 17 players on each team. Fans in attendance of Tuesday's game can still get into this game with that ticket, and this will also be the last opportunity to use any Never Waste a Ticket coupons for season ticket holders.
Walla Walla Fire District 5 is looking to add a firefighter to its crew. Requirements include having to live in the area, also being 18 years old, a high school diploma or GED, also an insurable driver's license, and lastly, you have to be a legal U.S. citizen. However, you don't need to have any previous firefighting career experience, and to apply, you can download an application off their website, or you can stop by the station to pick one up, and the application does have to be notarized.
City of Pasco is calling all local businesses and artists to show off at the 2025 Cinco de Mayo Festival. Vendor registration is now open until April 18th. To reserve your spot, it'll be $150. That price will go up after the 5th. The event will take place May 3rd. Anyone interested can visit our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com, for more information.
And trending this morning, the stranded astronauts we've been hearing so much about for almost a year are finally on their way home.
They have to be thrilled, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
oh yeah.
Sydney Williams and Butch Wilmore, they were supposed to be at the International Space Station for just a couple of weeks. 10 days or so was what was originally planned. Well, that turned into a 9-month adventure in space. The pair first traveled to the ISS in June, but then the Boeing Starliner that they arrived on was deemed unsafe to bring them back.
In September, 2 other astronauts came to ISS on a SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule. The capsule can hold 4 people, and it was sent with 2 empty seats so Williams and Wilmore could join them on the return trip. That original ride malfunctioned, but it has now finally worked.
That's right, and the 13-foot wide capsule left the ISS at 1:05 a.m. today, and it should splash down sometime this afternoon.
Yeah, Williams and Wilmore spent 286 days in space. The record, though, 437.
437.
But you know, like we were just talking about this morning when we were getting ready.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being like, okay, kids, like mommy will be back in 10 days, just headed up to space for a minute.
Yeah.
And
they
then
prepare for
9
this,
months
for 9
later.
months.
I know.
Yeah.
All the pre-planning.
I did
you know?
hear that they're learning like to walk again, so that'll be interesting.
Oh, it's going to have to be a complete
imagine.
reshift. I
Do you
know.
think that their friends or significant others or whoever in their lives are ever going to use the phrase "need a little space" again? I think they got all the space. They're like, get out of here. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at First Alert Radar. We're still tracking that area of snow up in the Blues. Also, a few snow showers up around Mount Adams in the Cascades. Winds still a factor in the Kittitas Valley, in the Cascades, in the Basin, in the foothills, and in the Blues. We'll have more of that later today. Visibility is still being reduced in both the Cascades and the Blues, but it is A-OK in lower elevations. Temperatures around, if not below freezing in the valleys. That's where it could be a little frosty, but later today thawing out, very nice, plenty of sunshine, but another snowstorm on the way for the Cascades.
Thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website. It's applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Yeah, Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back tonight at 4:30, right before the Kraken game.
Have a great day.